They told you it was normal, that after 70, your strength would slowly disappear. Your legs would feel weaker. Your balance would become uncertain. And one day, even simple things like getting up from a chair would feel like a challenge. But what if that's not the full story? What if the real reason your muscles are fading has nothing to do with age itself? And what if I told you that right now, there's a simple food, something so small most people ignore it completely, that has been shown to reactivate muscle strength, even in people well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. Not a drug, not an expensive supplement, not a complicated routine. A seed. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Recent findings suggest that this specific type of seed doesn't just provide protein, it actually triggers your body to use protein more efficiently, something that becomes critical as you age. Because after 70, your body doesn't just lose muscle. It loses the ability to respond to nutrition. That's why many seniors eat more protein and still feel weak. But what you're about to discover changes that completely. In today's video, we're going to reveal 6 powerful seeds that can help restore muscle strength faster than most traditional protein sources, starting with the least known and building up to the one that's surprising even experts. And trust me, number 1 is not what you think. Before we begin, I want to ask you something important. If you could wake up tomorrow feeling stronger, steadier, more in control of your body than you do today, would you take that chance? Let me know in the comments. We read every single one here at Senior Health Circle. Now let's start with something most people completely underestimate. 6. Sunflower seeds, the silent protector of muscle cells. Most people see sunflower seeds as a snack, something you eat absent-mindedly, without thinking twice. But what many don't realize is that these small seeds carry a combination of nutrients that becomes especially powerful after the age of 70. Because at this stage of life, one of the biggest threats to your muscles isn't just lack of protein, it's cellular damage. Every day, your muscle fibers are exposed to oxidative stress, a kind of internal wear and tear that slowly weakens them, even if you're eating well. And this is where sunflower seeds stand out. They are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin E, a nutrient that acts like a protective shield around your muscle cells. Think of it like this. Protein helps build the muscle, but vitamin E helps protect what you already have. And without that protection, your body is constantly rebuilding what's being broken down. Now here's the part most people don't know. Sunflower seeds also contain a key amino acid that helps improve blood flow to muscle tissue. Why does that matter? Because after 70, circulation naturally declines, and when less blood reaches your muscles, they receive fewer nutrients. So even if you're eating the right foods, your muscles might not be getting what they need. But when blood flow improves, something interesting happens. Nutrients are delivered more efficiently. Oxygen reaches deeper into the tissue, and muscle repair becomes faster and more effective. Some studies have even linked this improved circulation to noticeable gains in strength and stability, especially in older adults. But there's a small detail that makes a big difference. Most people eat sunflower seeds the wrong way. If you want to maximize their benefits, soaking them for several hours before consuming can help your body absorb more of the nutrients. It's a simple step, but one that can significantly increase their impact. You can eat them on their own, add them to salads, or even blend them into a spread. And here's a powerful tip. When combined with foods rich in vitamin C, like citrus fruits, your body becomes even better at utilizing those nutrients. But as impressive as sunflower seeds are, they're just the beginning. Because the next seed on our list contains something even more interesting. A natural compound that may help your body build muscle more efficiently, especially at night. And this is where things start to get really surprising. 5. Sesame seeds, the hidden support for muscle recovery. These tiny seeds are everywhere, on bread, on snacks, sprinkled on top of meals. And because they're so common, most people overlook them completely. But inside these small seeds is a combination of nutrients that becomes incredibly valuable as your body ages. Because one of the biggest challenges after 70 isn't just building muscle, it's recovering it. You see, muscle isn't built while you're active, it's built while you rest. And if your recovery is compromised, whether due to poor sleep, nutrient deficiencies, or hormonal changes, your muscles never fully rebuild. Over time, this leads to gradual weakness. And that's exactly where sesame seeds come in. They contain a rare combination of amino acids and natural compounds that support muscle repair and hormonal balance. Now let's talk about something most people don't associate with muscle: minerals. After 70, your body becomes less efficient at absorbing key minerals like calcium and magnesium. And these minerals are essential for muscle contraction, relaxation, and overall strength function. Without them, muscles don't perform properly. And here's the surprising part. Sesame seeds are naturally rich in both, which means they help support not just muscle growth, but also muscle function. And that's a huge difference, because strength isn't just about size, it's about how well your muscles work. Another interesting aspect of sesame seeds is how they can support better nighttime recovery. When consumed later in the day, their nutrient profile may help the body enter a more relaxed state, supporting deeper, more restorative sleep. And as you now know, sleep is when your body does most of its repair work. But there's a catch. To really benefit from sesame seeds, preparation matters. Lightly toasting them can make their nutrients easier for your body to access. It also enhances their flavor, making them easier to include in your daily meals. You can sprinkle them over vegetables, mix them into yogurt, or turn them into a creamy paste that pairs with almost anything. Now imagine combining improved recovery, better mineral support, and more efficient muscle repair, all from something this small. But don't get too comfortable yet, because the next seed on this list changes something even more fundamental. It affects how your body handles inflammation, one of the biggest hidden barriers to muscle strength after 70. And what it does might surprise you. Now here's something most people never consider. You could be eating enough protein. You could even be staying somewhat active and still feel like your strength isn't improving. Why? Because there's an invisible barrier that quietly blocks your progress. Inflammation, not the kind you feel immediately, like pain or swelling, but the low-grade, constant inflammation that builds up over time inside your body. After 70, this becomes one of the biggest reasons muscles stop responding. It slows recovery. It interferes with nutrient absorption. And most importantly, it disrupts your body's ability to build new muscle tissue. So even if you're doing everything right, your body might still be working against you. But the next seed on our list does something remarkable. It helps calm that internal resistance, creating the right environment for your muscles to grow again. 4. Flax seeds, the inflammation regulator. At first glance, flax seeds don't look like much. They're small, subtle, almost unnoticeable. But inside, they carry a powerful combination of nutrients that directly influence how your body responds to inflammation. And this is critical, because when inflammation is high, your body enters a kind of defensive mode. Instead of building muscle, it focuses on repair and protection, which means muscle growth gets pushed to the background. Flax seeds help shift that balance. They contain a type of omega-3 fatty acid that has been associated with reducing internal stress in the body, especially in older adults. And when that internal stress decreases, something important happens. Your body becomes more receptive to nutrients again. Protein starts being used more effectively. Recovery improves, and muscle-building signals become stronger. But that's not all. Flax seeds also support something called metabolic sensitivity. In simple terms, this means your body becomes better at handling energy, especially after meals. And why does that matter? Because your muscles rely on this process to absorb nutrients properly. When it's working well, your body can direct those nutrients toward muscle repair. When it's not, they're more likely to be stored as fat or simply underutilized. Now here's something many people don't know. Flax seeds only work properly if they're prepared the right way. If consumed whole, they often pass through the body without being fully digested, which means you're missing most of the benefits. To unlock their full potential, they need to be ground. This simple step allows your body to access the nutrients inside. You can mix them into oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or sprinkle them over meals. And here's a powerful combination. When paired with foods that support gut health, like yogurt, their benefits can be enhanced even further. Because a healthier gut means better nutrient absorption, and better absorption means stronger muscles over time. But as powerful as flax seeds are, the next seed on our list takes things to another level, because instead of just improving the environment, it directly supports the building process itself. And what makes it so effective is something most people have never even heard of. 3. Pumpkin seeds, the muscle builder. You didn't expect. If there's one thing your muscles need to stay strong after 70, it's the right building blocks, not just protein, but the specific nutrients that allow your body to actually use that protein. And this is where pumpkin seeds stand out. They are one of the most nutrient-dense seeds when it comes to supporting muscle structure and function. But what really makes them different is their mineral content, especially one mineral that becomes increasingly important as we age: zinc. Now, zinc doesn't usually get much attention, but it plays a key role in muscle repair, hormonal balance, and tissue regeneration. Without enough of it, your body struggles to rebuild muscle effectively. And here's the problem. Many older adults are unknowingly low in this nutrient, which means their muscles are constantly trying to recover, but never quite getting there. Pumpkin seeds provide a natural source of this essential mineral, helping support the internal processes that drive muscle repair. But that's just part of the story. They also contain compounds that may help reduce the discomfort that comes after physical activity. And this is important, because pain and soreness often discourage movement, and less movement leads to more muscle loss. It's a cycle. But when recovery feels easier, you're more likely to stay active. And staying active is one of the most powerful ways to maintain strength at any age. Now here's something even more interesting. Pumpkin seeds contain a combination of nutrients that support muscle relaxation and sleep quality. And as you already know, sleep is when your body rebuilds. Deeper sleep means better recovery. Better recovery means stronger muscles. So in a way, pumpkin seeds don't just help you build muscle directly. They help create the conditions where muscle growth can happen naturally. But like the others, preparation matters. Soaking them before consuming can make them easier to digest and improve how your body absorbs their nutrients. You can eat them as a snack, add them to meals, or even include them in your evening routine. And that last part is key, because timing can influence how your body uses what you eat. Now take a moment to think about this. You've already seen how some seeds protect muscle, others improve recovery, others reduce internal barriers. But the next one, it does something completely different. It works at a deeper level, helping your body recognize and use protein more efficiently. And once you understand how it works, you'll see why so many people are starting to pay attention to it. Now, here's where things take a surprising turn. Up until now, we've talked about seeds that protect your muscles, reduce internal barriers, support recovery, and provide key nutrients. But what if the real problem isn't just what you eat, but how your body recognizes what you eat? Because after 70, something subtle, but critical, begins to change. Your body becomes less responsive. Even when you consume protein, even when you eat well, your muscles don't react the same way they used to. It's like sending the right message, but the signal just isn't getting through. And that's why many people feel stuck. They try to improve their diet. They try to stay active. But nothing seems to make a real difference. Now imagine if you could change that signal. If you could help your body recognize and use nutrients more effectively again. That's exactly what the next seed helps support. 2. Hemp seeds, the signal restorer for muscle growth. Hemp seeds are still relatively unknown to many people, but among nutrition researchers, they've been gaining attention for one key reason. Their protein is exceptionally easy for the body to use, and this matters more than most people realize. Because after 70, digestion becomes less efficient, which means even if you're consuming enough protein, your body might not be absorbing or utilizing it properly. Hemp seeds help bridge that gap. They contain a type of protein that closely resembles structures already found in the human body, which means your system doesn't have to work as hard to process it. And when your body doesn't struggle to process something, it can use it faster, more efficiently, and with less waste. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Hemp seeds also provide a balance of essential fatty acids that support internal stability, especially when it comes to inflammation and recovery. And when your internal environment is balanced, your muscles respond better. Think of it like preparing the soil before planting. If the environment isn't right, nothing grows well. But when everything is aligned, growth becomes natural. Another powerful aspect of hemp seeds is how easy they are to incorporate. No soaking, no grinding, no complex preparation. You can sprinkle them on meals, add them to smoothies, or simply mix them into your daily routine. And because they're so easy to use, they're also easier to stay consistent with. And consistency is what truly creates change over time. But even with all of this, we haven't reached the most surprising one yet. Because the final seed on this list doesn't just support muscle building, it changes how your body delivers nutrients directly into muscle cells. And once you understand how it works, you'll see why it stands above all the others. 1. Chia seeds, the time-release fuel for muscle strength. At first glance, chia seeds don't look extraordinary. They're tiny, almost weightless, easy to ignore. But what they do inside your body is anything but ordinary. Because unlike most foods, chia seeds don't deliver nutrients all at once. They create a slow, sustained release. And that changes everything. You see, after 70, your body often struggles with sudden spikes of nutrients. It can't always process them efficiently, which means part of what you consume is never fully used. But when nutrients are delivered gradually, your body has time to absorb, process, and direct them where they're needed most. And that's exactly what chia seeds help facilitate. When they come into contact with liquid, they form a natural gel. This slows down digestion and creates a steady flow of nutrients into your system. Instead of a quick surge, you get continuous support. And your muscles benefit from that. Because muscle tissue doesn't just need protein, it needs consistent access to it. Now here's something even more fascinating. This gel-like structure also helps support hydration at a cellular level. And hydration plays a bigger role in muscle strength than most people think. Well-hydrated muscle cells function better, recover faster, and respond more efficiently to nutrients. So, in a way, chia seeds help from multiple angles at once. They provide protein, they support hydration, and they improve nutrient delivery. But there's one more layer. Chia seeds are also known for being gentle on digestion, which is especially important for older adults who may experience discomfort with heavier protein sources. This means you're not just getting nutrients, you're actually able to use them consistently, without resistance. And that consistency is what leads to real change. One of the simplest ways to use chia seeds is to soak them in liquid and let them expand. This creates a texture that's easy to consume and highly effective. You can turn it into a simple pudding, add it to yogurt, or include it in your breakfast routine. And over time, that small daily habit can create noticeable differences in how your body feels. Now take a step back and look at what you've just discovered. These 6 seeds aren't just foods. Each one plays a different role. Some protect your muscles, some improve recovery, some reduce internal barriers, and others enhance how your body uses nutrients. And when combined, they create a powerful foundation for maintaining and even rebuilding strength after 70. But here's the most important part. This isn't about doing everything at once. It's about starting, choosing one, adding it to your routine, and staying consistent. Because your body is still capable of change, even now, even after 70. And sometimes, the difference between feeling weaker and feeling stronger again comes down to something much simpler than you think. If this opened your eyes in any way, make sure to subscribe to Senior Health Circle for more simple, science-inspired strategies to support your health and independence. And tell me in the comments, which of these seeds are you going to start with? Because the sooner you begin, the sooner your body can respond.